Hey guys, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great day. Today I am out on Lake Simcoe and I want to talk to you guys about the combos, rod, reel, line, and some of the baits that I use to catch my fish here. We're going to talk about whitefish and lake trout. I've caught a couple this year so far, and I think this would be a nice little video just to show you guys what I use and why I use it. So in my videos you guys will see me predominantly use two rods. Sometimes I do bring a little bit of a heavier rod with me, but most of the time on the main lake I use two rods. So let's start off with this combo right here. This is my soft plastic or my single hook combo that I use. I literally cannot put this combo down. It's just so nice to fish with. The rod is an IMX Pro 392 fast, so it's 39 inches long, 2 power, which is a medium power, and a fast action rod. It's a very, very light rod in general. If you guys go to store and pick one up, it's very, very light. Like, I was blown away the first time I held it. Because the rod is so light, I decided to spend a little bit of money and grab the Van Ford 1000 as a reel. Absolutely no need for it on the ice. The drag is very smooth and the reel is really light. It is very nice to fish with. A little bit overkill for the ice, that's for sure, but this combo is literally almost weightless in my hand. It's absolutely crazy. As for the line, I run 10-pound Power Pro to either 8 or 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, mostly 10. I don't have a reel seat, so to combat this issue, I went to Canadian Tire and I picked up some self-adhesive tape. So this tape doesn't stick to the cork, so it doesn't wreck your cork, it doesn't leave any residue on your cork whatsoever. It sticks to itself, so all you gotta do is make sure you wrap it around pretty tight, and that reel is not going to go anywhere. This is the same thing that I do with my center pin rod. And one more thing about the IMX is some people like them, some people don't. They come with recoil guides, as you guys can see, which is great when you're fishing inside the hut. Even outside, the guides don't freeze up as much, and when they do, you just have to flick them and that's it. In the super, super cold, they do get soft a little bit, so you have to be careful with that. But I fish inside the hut most of the time anyway, so I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. So, like I said, this is my soft plastic / single hook combo. The reason why I went with this combo, or the reason why I use these specific baits on this combo, is just to utilize or take advantage of the sensitivity of this rod. A lot of times, you know, especially whitefish, they'll just lightly slurp up the bait off bottom. And having a rod like this where it's super, super sensitive and you can feel, you know, a tick, or you can even feel your line jump through the guides. It just gives you that advantage. On top of that, I prefer a little bit of a longer rod. You guys will see my other rod's a 36 medium. I prefer that 36 to 42 inch rod. Just gives me a little bit more leverage to fight the fish. So I use a variety of different baits when I'm out on Lake Simcoe, especially for whitefish. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Angler's Choice Ridgeback Goby. It does come with fins. This one has no fins left. But either way, it catches fish, so I have that rigged up right now on a little Freedom Tackle Ned head. I also use baits such as the Angler's Choice Ned Hog right there. Pretty much any goby imitating bait I'll throw on that rod, or I prefer to throw on that rod, again, just to utilize that sensitivity. And of course, you can't leave out the meegs. Right there, got a 1/2 ounce in inmate, and I have a 1/4 ounce in Emerald Shiner, two of my favorite colors right there. I use the meegs on this rod as well. Again, it's just so sensitive. I can feel, or I can work my bait a little bit more precisely, and of course feel that slurp a little bit better. So moving on to combo number 2 that I always have with me when I'm out on Lake Simcoe. This length and power and action of the rod specifically. This is the combo that I like to use with treble hook baits. The reason is because it has a little bit of softer tip, and I feel I can fight them a little bit better and keep them pinned a little bit better just because of the extra forgiveness in the rod. So the rod itself, I use both the Convergence and the Sedona 36 medium rod, so 36 inches long, medium power rod, and it has a little bit of a softer tip compared to the IMX right there, as you guys can see. As for the reel, 1000 size Sahara is what I'm running on here. Sweet reels. This one's actually a couple years old and it's still kicking butt, which is great. Again, line is the same, 10-pound Power Pro to either 8 or 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. Usually with like baits such as the vibrato and the lipless crankbaits, I like to run 10 just in case. But this combo, again, just for my treble hook baits. Show you guys some of the other ones that I use. We got some lipless crankbaits. This is the Jackal TN60. This is a Megabass one that I got as a gift. Haven't caught a fish on it yet, but I did try it today. Nice white color right there. Also baits such as the blade bait. You guys can see nice goby color there. And of course, can't forget the vibratos. This combo isn't necessarily that much better for treble hook baits compared to the IMX. I just prefer to use that sensitivity of the IMX for my little soft plastics and my little single hook baits. I do sometimes still pull goby baits on this rod. I have caught a lot of fish on this combo in particular, using goby presentations, using meegs. You know, if they're really hot on that goby bite or really hot on that meegs bite, I will usually have 2 on, just in case. Yeah, that's this combo number 2. Sweet little rod. These rods are actually only like 50-60 bucks. So combo number 3 right here. Usually, again, I have a little bit of a bigger rod with me just in case. I usually stick with the, again, Shimano Convergence or Shimano Sedona setups. This is the new Convergence for 2022 right here that I have, that blue one. I usually go with the 40 medium heavy rod. It still has a nice bend to it, but it has that, you know, backbone that I can really not necessarily horse those fish in, but feel a little bit more confident fighting them. As for the reel, I usually again run a 1000 size reel. This one right here is actually the Sedona that was that came with that 36 medium. I also sometimes, usually on my 42 medium heavy, have a 2500 size reel, but that's more for like designated lake trout trips more than anything. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. I wanted to make a video of the gear I use, you know, at the beginning of the season, just so you guys had an idea of kind of what I plan on using for the rest of the season. But hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully you guys can kind of take some of my little nicks, I guess, that I like about different setups and apply it to yours, and hopefully increase your hookup and your land ratio out here on the water. So hope you guys have a safe 2022 Lake Simcoe season. So I'll see you guys in the next one.